Okay guys, welcome back to our Tack Room Talk for this week. This week we are talking with Izzy, which is one of our volunteers, and her daughter Rose, who also volunteers, but Rose also does our special needs lessons. So we will kind of dive deep into what her diagnosis is and all that fun stuff. So thank you guys for being here.
We are happy to be here.
So first question I'm gonna ask both of you is what horse here best represents your personality? So I'm gonna start with you, Izzy.
I'm stuck between two, Teddy and Merlin. Merlin, because he can be goofy and just Merlin. You know, I love that sweet boy. But then when it comes down to like relying on him in the nitty gritty, he's there every time. He's got you. And then Teddy's got that very steadfast personality. But when he needs to just be the one, he can. And most people don't realize Teddy can be like that until you go to pasture F. But so it's a toss-up between the two because they both have qualities that kind of reflect. So I'm going to have to say it's a 50-50 divide.
Split.
It's a split.
How about you, Rose?
Probably Cole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he's quirky.
Yeah, he can be a bit grumpy, but you know you love him because I don't know why, but we do.
Yeah. No, I agree. Cole he's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
Good choices. Good choices. Now, Izzy, what is Rose's diagnosis and how does it kind of affect her day to day?
So Rose was born with a genetic condition called distal arthrogryposis. I know that's a heck of a mouthful. So when she was born extremely clubfoot. She's had 7 surgeries between feet, legs, hands, just so she can function. Like, I don't want to say normally, but walk and function. Every growth spurt, though, where kids go through those growing pains, imagine a child with the arthritis and pain of an 80-year-old. And everything hurts. So where kids are going through growth spurts, everything's tightening up. And if we're not able to get things stretched out or moving, surgery. So like I said, 7 surgeries, we've hit 7 walls. We did dodge the last one, which was 12 years old. We dodged that barely. Her next one will be 16. So far, though, with the equine therapy, we're pretty hopeful. But it's just one of those, it affects joints and tendons and muscles and organs. So when she was born, they thought, lung and heart were compromised, and thankfully not. But it does affect a bunch of other things. So that's kind of the nutshell of it. Hey, Ro.
Is there anything you want to say about it? How do you feel like it has affected you? Your mom said, obviously, but...
I don't really notice it. I mean, It's not like I've been without it, so I don't know how it affects me. I don't want to wake up in the morning because it hurts, but that's about it.
Awesome. Well, not that you don't want to wake up because you hurt, but...
Yeah, it's great.
I like that you said that you don't know what it's like without it, so you don't know any different. So you just keep trudging on. So, yeah. What year did Rose join our program, and how did you guys find out about McCormick?
There was an opening last summer in the summer camp that just happened to arise, and so we put Rose in there, and then it worked out very well. And then after that, she was able to do fall and spring and just kind of keep a slot. I've always loved horses, worked with them in the past, and in 2021, I came in sandals and a cami shirt and those Daisy Duke shorts. And I was like, hi, I'm an Izzy. And that's how I introduced myself. And it just worked. It clicked. It was natural. It was organic. There was nothing forced. The irony is when I put my papers in to come volunteer, you were just accepting volunteers again post-COVID. Like just reopened, just started taking people back. And it was, we'll never forget the days because my husband was hired on Medieval Times January 9th. You called me January 10th. So our days just kind of coincide, and it's been like that for years. And always brought her to the barn with me, and then she just kind of grew up here. And so since, 2021? Yeah, since about 11.
Well, I remember when I started, you were only 13 and you have to be 14 to be a volunteer. And like, I was always like, hey, you can't volunteer until you're 14. That's what the rules say. And you'd be like, okay, well, I just won't take any horses out. I'll just clean stalls. And you were just waiting until your 14th birthday so you could be an official volunteer.
It took forever.
It did seem to take forever. But at least you got the riding side of it first, too, you know? So it's not like your mom could come and you couldn't do anything. So it's cool that you guys got to ride. And that's why I think it's really cool to have you guys, because your whole family is involved. You know, there's 4 of you guys, even though there's only 2 of you here. You know, your husband, Brian, he's a lead feeder also. He comes and volunteers with the special needs lessons, you know, when he's available for his schedule. Your son, Ren, likes to come too. So, you know, it's kind of a cool family affair. And I really love that about your family, that everybody's willing to just jump right in.
And it's doesn't matter if they had a bad day or not. I can just say, all right, we're going to the barn. And everybody can go to their own corner in the barn, whether it be mucking stalls, doing horses, feeding, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like they just go to their spots. I can't do that at home. They'll still kill each other. But at the barn, I can get away with it going, go to your corners, and it works.
Well, it's nice with the feed shifts, because then I'll be like, is your family coming with you? Because then that's like 4 people here or 1. So are you bringing the crew or not?
It's helped out in the past, definitely.
Absolutely.
We've had some times it's like, Izzy, I was like, I got the crew, Strykers, let's go.
Yes. Now, Rose, who's your favorite horse?
I don't have a favorite horse. I have some that I like less than others, but I like them all.
But you don't have an ultimate favorite?
No, it depends on the day.
Oh. Who did you start riding when you first came?
I think it was Teddy.
Oh, okay.
It was Teddy.
Steady Teddy.
I love him so much. He's a great horse, but like riding, he's very lazy. But that's okay.
He makes you work hard, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm with you. I love Teddy. I think that he is, like you were saying, you can always count on him and he'll always get right in there, but he gonna make you work for it a little bit. But he's a big old teddy bear. Now, Izzy, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this one, but who's your favorite?
Oh, I love my Merlin. Yeah. Oh my goodness. The first day he came in, you just saw me drop my jaw and I was like, mine. No, we're keeping him forever. And he didn't, the day 1 of the 90-day probationary period started and I was like, no, we're keeping him. Yeah. And everybody just kind of laughed. I was like, nope. And he just warmed everybody's heart. Just with his lovable energy. The cold weather when he's a bouncy Tigger, but he would never pull the lead rope out of your hand. And it's like, okay, you can be a bouncy Tigger as long as we're walking towards the barn, sweet boy. But that's my boy. That's my boo.
He gets excited for his breakfast.
He does.
You can't blame him. He's a big boy. He's hungry.
And at 17 hands, it's like, if that's the worst he ever does is be a Tigger, okay, let's go be a Tigger and then bring you in. That's fine.
Well, it's funny because we got him because another center said he was too big for them, and he pushed around their volunteers. So they said, oh, maybe he'll be a fit for your program. So we brought him up here, and then now he's like one of the best trained out of all of them because we spent so much time making sure he was good for it. Because, I mean, like we talked about, he's a big boy. So if he wants to drag you across the field, he's gonna. Not that he has a heart to do that, but he's just big.
And that's what I love about him. One thing that I remember was in February when that really cold weather hit. And it was, 30-some degrees out. And I was like, guys, let me just get Merlin. And so he's bouncing, and they're all looking at it and like, are you all right, Iz? I was like, guys, he's not pulling on the lead. And I hold it up in the air, and I'm like, he's just bouncing like a Tigger. It's 30 degrees. It feels nice for him. And the whole way up to the barn, he's a bouncy little Tigger. But he stayed. He didn't pull once, but he just had to get it out. I'm like, okay, buddy. Bounce along.
Right? That's funny. Now, Izzy, we talked about, your main job here was volunteering. And I know a lot of times you go above and beyond, whether it's washing horses, cleaning saddles, teaching new volunteers. You know, I try whenever we get new volunteers, if they say, oh, I'm available Wednesdays or Saturdays, I'm like, oh, I got the perfect person I'll put you with. Because you're just great at training people. And you're very thorough, which is a great quality to have for us. But what does a typical day look like for you, like a typical feed shift?
It will depend if it's a Wednesday or Saturday. Because like you said, on Wednesdays, sometimes it'll be, Izzy, you're training somebody. Okay, cool. Or we're tacking horses up to go do lessons. And then we're in that shuffle where there's 3 lessons on Wednesday. So you're trying to be on time so we're courteous to our patrons and making sure we have all the safeties done for the next lesson. Sometimes guiding, because you'll hear, Izzy, I need help. I don't know this bit. And it's like, not a problem. But it's one of those, Wednesday's a little more stringent on schedules because we're there for lessons. Where Saturday I usually come in like my yoga pants, we all call my pajamas, oversized t-shirt, bandana on my hair, and my muck boots, and that's the day where it's just more relaxed. We bring horses in, and that's when we tend to the tack. We clean the saddles, we mend what's broken, and we're able to just inspect things. I have the time to do that, where Wednesday I don't. So it's like 2 different days, but they're both great learning stuff. When I train, I believe in, if that volunteer can go on any day and do their functions, then I've done what I was supposed to do. Under any lead, under any staff, then I've done it right. So that's why I try to be thorough, because I'm like, all leads aren't created the same. We all have strengths and weaknesses. So what if I can implant somebody on any day and they thrive, I've done it. So that's just kind of, I have some of my Wednesdays who come to Saturdays and vice versa, and they go to other days, and it depends. I could be feeding, watering, bathing, doing tack fairy stuff. Tack fairy stuff.
Yeah, she walked in with her tote the other day, and it is on wheels, and it's this giant box. And I'm like, is this your tack cleaning kit?
Over the years, it's grown. It started off as a cute little bag, and then it just keeps growing.
Now it has wheels.
It has wheels. It has weight to it, so it has wheels now. But I also believe in teaching people, not just in mucking stalls, but teaching them the process of a properly fitting saddle, the way it's supposed to look, the way it's supposed to feel. It teaches that they take that elsewhere. Hey, I learned this. Hey, and that's knowledge takes with you for life. Can't take it away from you. So once they have that, it just makes stronger individuals. It makes McCormick a stronger facility, and it just so therapeutic.
Oiling saddles is therapeutic.
It is, because it's the instant gratification where you go, you looked really gross. Now you're less gross.
No, and I love that you take the time to do that, because not all of us have the time to do that. I would love to be able to just train. And like you said, it makes us stronger here. And we do offer some, like what we can as a staff, with our education hour and stuff like that. But when you get in the hustle and bustle of it, like we were talking about with lessons, it's hard to really like slow down and teach somebody. So it's nice that they have that on a Saturday morning to come in and kind of have almost like a tack workshop, Every
Saturday.
Yeah. And I love that you do that for them. And they really appreciate it too. And
I've known some of our volunteers who'll go to other properties, and other riders who ride with you guys on rodeo, and they're going, hey, I just did so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so saddles. And I'm like, that means I know in the arena, you guys are safe.
Yeah.
And you don't have straps breaking.
Yeah, we don't like that.
No, that's not fun.
Rose, what's your favorite part about riding? And what is like one of your riding goals?
My favorite part about riding is like I can zone out and kind of just like I usually have a lot like of thoughts going on in my head at one time. It's very cluttered, but like when I'm riding, I'm just focusing on riding. Like that's it. Or I'm off in space. But and a riding goal, I actually really like doing the barrels. So I think I want to work towards barrel racing.
Sure.
So yeah, that'd be a riding goal.
That's a good goal to have. Very good. Very attainable goal to have. Now, Izzy, what has been like one of your favorite moments to witness, like while Rose has been riding?
I've seen her be able to ride so many different horses, and so, some she bonds with faster than others on the ride. Just every different personalities, just different styles, different everything, abilities. I love when I am in the arena and you see that light bulb, that aha moment, and you just, the bond, it's like that click, and they are one in the arena. And I wish I can just whip my phone out, but they're in the middle of lessons and I don't, and I just sit there quietly, but I I have those moments in my mind, in my memory forever, because it's like when they are just moving and grooving, and it's a great lesson, and I just see it. I was like, they've melded. They're jiving today. They're one. And I've seen the times where it's not quite so jiving.
Yeah, like when April takes off for some unknown reason that we might be unaware of.
She's a good horse. She's a very good horse.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they can't all be easy, right? No.
I love tough, but
He's tough for a reason.
yeah.
Now, I asked you if you had a favorite horse. Do you have a favorite horse to ride that you feel like is easier to ride than most?
Actually, yes. Obviously, like Brooks and Dunn, they're really good. But like out of other than the obvious answers like that, I really love April.
Okay.
And the name. I actually do like riding Cole. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that bad. I do like riding Cole once you get past all the sour, grumpy old man stuff.
Yeah, he's a little lazy, but he's fun
What about
to
your
ride
Sour
too.
Patch Kid?
I said Elate.
Okay.
I love Elate. And like I said, I love April when someone's not hitting her on her butt.
I did. I just tapped.
Yeah,
So
that's a lie.
we're gonna put that into context real quick. Because we had a horse here at McCormick that we were trying out for our program, and usually we take him for 90 days. And it was one of Katie's family's horses. So we brought her here, and they were riding from the indoor to the outdoor arena. And Izzy, she says tap. Maybe a little bit more of an aggressive tap, April on the butt, and April went loping off across the field. And we said, Izzy, you can't do that. Rose didn't fall off or anything, thank God. But we learned our lesson about aggressive love taps.
April did not like the rear end tapped at all, so we just didn't. We just didn't.
She just thought that meant go, and that's fine. But yeah, that is what we are.
Hey, she
referring
stayed
to.
on with no stirrups. I'm proud.
Yep. So nobody expected that, but that was our uh-oh moment. So we learned not to do that again. I would say that's definitely one of my, I wouldn't say favorite memories, but it's definitely a memory.
It's one of those cute moments where you're like, okay.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Izzy, how has Rose changed since she started riding?
She's able to, I don't want to say put her emotions in a better way, but it's just, like she said, when she rides, she's able just to focus on that. She's able just to go, hey, I'm going to work on this, or I'm going to go do this, or, you know, like when you're doing your schoolwork, or...
I ignore people better. I'm going to put that out. I can't hear anyone when I'm doing something here. Like, I zone out completely.
But it helps her than being overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of, because that was a big challenge, is the getting overwhelmed, which still happens, but it's a work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
With riding, she's finally putting in those borders, those buffers to just kind of, I'm going to work on homework, or I'm going to work on my saddle, or I'm going to work on my room, or I'm going to work on my FX makeup. And she just makes the time for that now. Mm-hmm. So.
That's awesome.
What?
I've never said I'm going to work on my room.
When I tell you to work on
That
it.
makes me happy.
I like the honesty. Okay, so last question. I'm going to ask both of you guys this for two different perspectives. So what piece of advice, Izzy, would you give to somebody who is interested in volunteering?
Come out and try. Just be honest with the skills. Just be honest, hey, I know this or I don't know this. And for those who know nothing about horses, we start with this is a rope. And it's not being funny, but that's where we start. And if you go, hey, I have some experience, but this is what I want to learn. We never push our volunteers uncomfortably out of the comfort zone. But those who want to learn, we're always there to offer. Mm-hmm. And that's just where the growth is for volunteering. It's therapeutic, it's service, heck, I broke down in tears when Aiden graduated, because he was here since he was 14, and he was on my every Wednesday since he was 14, and he just graduated high school and was going off to Rollins College, and I was ugly mess crying on his last day, gave him a big hug, but you watch them grow. Mm-hmm. You watch them go into the world in the most beautiful way, and they don't forget about you. They come back, and they're like, hi, remember me? And you do. Mm-hmm. So just come out. I promise we don't bite. We have a sense of humor.
That we do. Sometimes we scare people around. We do pull some pranks, but it's all in good fun and we have a good time.
I don't know if Wendy agrees with that in unicorns.
Yeah.
You all have good fun.
Now, Rose, what is one piece of advice that you would give to somebody who's interested in trying our special needs lessons? Or not necessarily ours, but anybody's.
Be patient. You're definitely not going to get it right the first time. And it's not going to be the same every day because you're a conscious person and horses are conscious creatures and everyone's going to be in a different mood. So you got to be patient and you just got to be willing to try and you got to be willing to understand when you need to pull back sometimes.
But pull back on the reins.
Oh, no.
We got that. She didn't know. She
had no idea.
It's a little bit of information.
And yeah,
But no, not funny.
I don't know what.
the bit.
Oh! Yeah, no.
It's not funny when you have to explain the joke.
That's okay.
I'm solely intent on like picking this off my nails.
No.
What's going on?
For everybody who wants to know at home, is Rose is very nervous, so she's like trying not to look at the camera, and she keeps hoping that we'll forget she's here, but we're not forgetting her.
Oh, they took away my plans.
So those were all of my questions, but what I didn't tell you is that we have a bonus round.
I saw the others. I was like, I know there's going to be a bonus round.
There's going to be a bonus round. So this is how well do you know your famous horses?
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, dear. Okay.
Okay. Number one.
Before it starts, I'd like to know I almost failed history, so this is not going to go well. Oh, you're here.
Thanks, Rose.
Name of the famous racehorse featured in a Disney movie.
You should know this one.
Come on, we watched it for our...
I know we did. That's why. Hold on. I feel like it starts with an S.
It does.
It does.
It does? Okay, hold on. It's a long word.
Yeah. Big red horse.
Sired a lot of foals.
Thank you. I know who you're talking about because we watched the movie and it was raining a lot.
It did. We had a hailstorm that night.
Oh, we did have a hailstorm.
I was right about a year ago, or end of the year bash.
That's right.
God.
Want to phone a friend here?
Hey, Mom.
Secretariat.
Oh, you're so right. I was never gonna get that.
Well, you said start with an S, and it was long. It's very long.
Yeah.
In the movie Spirit, what color was Spirit?
Wasn't she like? She wasn't.
She was a he.
He was a he.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I don't know. It was like a caramel. Like it wasn't like a dark brown, but he wasn't light. It was like.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a hazelnut.
With a black mane and tail.
Yeah.
So what color's that?
Oh, I forgot there's a term for this.
Isn't that buckskin?
Yes.
That's a
Now, what was Spirit's girlfriend's name?
I almost want to say Fiona, but I don't think that's the name.
That's Shrek. Wrong Disney movie.
Wrong movie.
Oops. I saw the show like a million years ago. I don't know what this is.
You should know these things.
Why? I sleep at my house. I don't do much else.
It starts with an R. Izzy, any ideas?
Rona? No.
Rain.
Rain.
Oh,
Guess who needs to go home and watch Spirit?
Family movie night.
Yeah, maybe that's the next movie night we're watching.
You said R and my brain said rotisserie. That's not a name.
That is definitely not it. Okay. The book written by Walter Farley about a boy and a horse who got stranded on an island.
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't that the Black Stallion?
It is.
I read that many years ago.
Yes.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yes. Name of the Lone Ranger's horse.
Who is the Lone Ranger?
He says, hi-yo.
Silver.
Yay!
Yeah,
I had to think about that. I was like, silver.
Okay. Name of the talking horse on the very old TV show.
that's the name of it. The very old TV show.
No, that's not. It's an old TV show, but the horse, he's a talking horse. Mr. Oh my jeez. Mr. Ed.
Where is that from?
I forget the name of the show. I guess I should probably look that
Mama,
up.
where is that from?
It's an older show. It's like, oh, Wilbur.
I know what you're talking about.
All right, next Tack Room Talk, we're gonna do impressions.
I grew up with Mr. Ed. I'm sorry.
Okay, last question. Name. I don't even know why I'm gonna look at you because I don't think you're gonna get this one. But name of Roy Rogers' horse.
Don't know who that is. So Mother.
What? Hold on. Roy Rogers.
He's a Palomino horse.
Yep.
Starts with a T.
Oh, I forgot. I almost want to say Titan, but that's not it.
No.
No.
TR.
Take a guess, Rose.
I don't know. Why would I
She
know?
came up with rotisserie like last time. Do you really want her to take a guess?
Yeah, not the best. TR, is it a long word?
It is 7 letters.
That's 8. That's 7. 7
Are you ready for the answer?
Yeah.
Trigger.
That's right.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, you weren't getting that one. Not at all. Okay, well, this has been a lot of fun, ladies. So thank you, Rose, and thank you, Izzy.
Thank you.
Thank you for all that you guys do for McCormick. Rose, we really enjoy your personality. Yes, you're silly and quirky too, and we love that. So thank you guys for tuning in this week. We look forward to seeing you again next time. Thanks for watching.